I love it. I think it looks so good. I'm so happy with it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last week, while I was finishing up our hardwood floors, Mike was getting started on the tile. We didn't include it in last week's video because we had so much going on. We figured it was just too many storylines. So we're gonna throw it in here at the beginning of this video.
Okay, I've got the backer board is down in the top in the bathroom, and it's been there actually sitting for a couple days after I put the joint tape on it and all that. So it's ready to go, ready to tile. So I went ahead and dry fit all the tile in. I cut it, put it down in the whole room to make sure everything was going to fit the way I wanted it to. And also that way I don't have to cut while I've got thin set, mixed and ready to go, because the cutting takes a while and the measuring and all that. So it's all down in there. So I just got to bring it back up, take it up. I'm going to take it off in the order that I put it down. I did learn a little lesson about thin set though. I mixed some a couple days ago, and I had some left, actually quite a bit left, and I didn't want to waste it. So I thought, well, I'll just put some plastic over the, wrap some plastic tightly over the top of the bucket to save it, which is cool. So that way I don't, won't waste thin set. So here it is. It's all ready to go. It's been saved and good. So, whoa, oops, never mind. I was wrong. You can't save thin set, it turns out. That is concrete in there. In fact, I think this whole bucket is gone now. It's over. So it turns out thin set will not last long. Keep that in mind if you're ever tiling or doing any tiling in your house. Just throw it away. Because now I've lost a bucket on top of the thin set, which is lame. Anyway, so I'm going to mix some new thin set and we'll get going. Also, I was pretty proud of myself for this little guy. I set up our little shelter so I could have a dry place to cut because it's been a little bit rainy today. So the rain did not stop us today. All right, we're ready to go. Got my thin set, my little wedgie things, and my little bit of water to dampen the floor with first. And my spacers, where are those? Those are over there. So it's kind of a lot. And I've got my tile stacked up here in the order that it's gonna go in. So wish me luck, we'll see how this goes. Okay. Oh, almost forgot something. Set this back down real quick. Put my little wedgie things in. We're on our last tile.
Yeah.
In this room.
Good job, babe.
What's amazing to me is how you can kind of see in the time lapse too, like how much cleaner today's tile is than yesterday's, just in the execution of the installation.
You're getting better?
Yeah, just when you do something, you can't help but be messy at first, but you get better.
Get used to the material.
So it's, I'm kind of happy about that. You learn as you go. Okay, last tile. Let's hope it fits. They're all buttered up. These are heavy too.
Good thing you're so strong.
Is it the ceramic?
They're not ceramic.
I thought they were ceramic.
They're porcelain.
Porcelain tile. Oh yeah.
Oh, baby.
Fits. All right, not bad.
And then these orange things are the levelers, right?
Yeah, so those kind of level them with each other, and you have to get there's lots of stuff going on here. You got your little spacers that I'm putting between. If you want this like space of grout line, you can use these as your spacers, but we want a bigger grout line. So I've got spacers. I got these things you got to put in, and then the wedge things.
And like the corner things.
Yeah, like, and it took me a while to kind of get that down too, so that.
Some of you might think we're crazy for doing a star tile, but I love it. I love it even more now that it's in. It's kind of scary. It's not kind of. It's been very scary for me to make choices on the house because nobody is overseeing that. I'm just doing it, and I'm hoping that I like it.
tighten these up.
Fancy.
Okay.
Good job,
It's
babe.
ready to go. I think I'll clean off a little bit of this thin set on here, and tomorrow we should be able to knock all that out and grout it.
And tile the kitchen tomorrow too, huh?
Maybe. Yeah, so now we're gonna put the cement board in the kitchen.
In the meantime, we're working really hard to keep this place clean and organized.
A little messy.
But no, we got to put the board down in the kitchen so that he can tile on top of it, hopefully tomorrow.
Okay. 11 o'clock at night. I finally finished. This took, I feel like I say this every day. This took a lot longer than I thought it would. What's going on here?
That's not good. Looks like water. But how?
It's possible. This is not air conditioned space yet.
Oh.
It's very humid.
And the windows, this door's been open.
It's possible it's just condensation, I guess.
Let's hope.
Could that be? Well, that's where the cabinet was with all our food. Could that have been like oil?
Smell it. See if it smells like something.
It's not because it's not. This is a good moment. No, I didn't smell anything. But that was where the cabinet was. Is it possible that it was leaned up against there and some oil came through? Because it didn't feel wet. All right, it's the next morning. I'm in the little bathroom. It's time to remove our little wedges for the leveling and the little pieces that go up to do that. And then I'm gonna clean up the thin set that got on here and grout it. And then these floors will be done. There it is.
You did such a good job. I love it.
You like it?
I love the wide grout. I love how natural it looks. I love that it looks like real stone. I think it looks timeless and beautiful.
Sweet.
You did a great job.
Well, it was a learning experience. The grout's still wet, obviously, but I'll probably go through an hour, do one more wipe down to get the rest of the haze off of it, but I think it turned out pretty well. So
you just keep getting better and better so that now that when you do the kitchen, you're going to be an expert.
a couple steps down from an expert, but the next thing I gotta do is I need to get the lights turned on in here. But anyways, other things have taken precedence over lights for some reason.
Yes.
But yeah, that's it. First
I love it.
one done for the flooring. We'll hopefully it lasts.
We are at Lowe's and just bought some bedroom doors, some trim, some tongue and groove, and some paint. Because today we're going to be putting up the tongue and groove backsplash in the kitchen. It's not going behind the ranges, just everywhere else in the kitchen. And I'm gonna paint it, which is super exciting because Mike thought it would be easier to do that and have it painted before we did the tile. So he can do the tile tomorrow. Today we'll do the tongue and groove, which I'm so excited about. It's like, I've been thinking about this kitchen for years, and it's like one of the first design things that we get to see in the kitchen, you know? So I'm excited. I chose kind of a mushroomy color. I actually got this new magnolia paint. It's like a Joanna Gaines like cabinet enamel paint. So unlike a latex is always going to be a little bit sticky if you paint it on furniture or cabinets. You might have noticed that. But this is an enamel, so it's going to harden really hard. And so I'm going to paint that. I got it in a satin, didn't want to go too shiny. And I'm going to do that on the tongue and groove. And then the cabinets, I think on the bottom, I'm going to paint green. And to match the trim that I'm doing in other places in the house, I'm doing a contrasting trim in green. Anyways, super fun stuff. The kids will probably be pretty excited to get some doors. It's going to make it feel a lot more like a house. This is our floor tile. This is our wall color in ceiling color. It's alabaster from Sherwin-Williams. And then this is the color I got today to do the tongue and groove on the wall in the kitchen. And I think this is the cabinet color. So that'll be super fun in there. I still haven't completely finalized the tile backsplash behind the ranges. I'm still trying to commit, but it's okay because we've got time. Put on my painting shirt, which also has Carolina mud stains. But I am so excited about this. Even though I don't really have much I will be doing while Mike does it. I can't start painting until it's all in. Well, the kitchen is what I'm most excited about in the house. I spend a lot of time in the kitchen and I just can't wait to see it come together. I feel like the whole point of this kitchen was to like celebrate home and hearth and to make it such a happy place. And so I'm so excited to see this go in. And also I think in part it's not stressful for me because this is like one of those things where it's like, I definitely want tongue and groove. Like I don't wonder, I know this is exactly the look I'm going for. So we're gonna do tongue and groove here, around the windows, up this wall, and on this whole wall and around the door over there. And then once, after our trip and we have more time, Mike's gonna put some wood shelves in here that I will also paint the same color as the tongue and groove to have some open shelves. And interestingly, I don't know how the shelves will interact with this, but we'll figure that out. It'll be so fun. I'm gonna have them be on shelves, not on brackets, but on wood, little, whatever they're called. That was very informative. You're welcome. Now you definitely know. Back here, I have had 8,000 different options of what I want to do. Remember, it's having 2 ranges, so it's a little bit wider than normal. And I'm going to have the green bottom cabinets here and here. And then I'm going to have a green shelf that I can put plates or art or whatever on and change it out. The question is, what am I doing? So I have gone all over the place with colored tiles, white tiles, brick. I've even thought of doing a really fun wallpaper and putting glass over it. And I still don't know. And then I'll have to decide. We have the fridge going in right here and then cabinetry right here that'll be like our pantry. And I'll have to decide what color that is, if I'm gonna go with that same green or if I'm gonna go more of the color of the tongue and groove, that kind of putty color. And then I will have my antique store counter that I'm gonna make into our island, and I need to refinish, but probably, I guess I could be working on that right now. All right, Mike pulled out my antique shop counter. We've already taken the top off, and I think I'm trying to decide how rustic I want to leave it. I think I'm actually not going to leave it super rustic. I'm going to sand it and then restain it, just because, it's mostly because like some of the wood is really rough, so I want to give it another century of life by refinishing it. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that right now. Okay, I have sanded and sanded and sanded and sanded.
Nice smooth.
Yes, they're very smooth. Yeah, you unscrewed all of the handles for me. Thank you, the poles. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the Jacobean stain that I used on the floor. I cut it with half and half with special maple for the floor, but I'm going to do straight Jacobean, and I'm going to start on the drawers because these are the real showpiece of it. And there's definitely some different types of wood here. So this is this is what everything else we're going to try to match. So we're going to do this, see what they look like, and then stain the rest. We might have to do some combos. Like this front face is the same type of wood, but the sides are not. So we'll just see how this all goes down. Those look pretty dang cool. Oh, so I'm gonna stain the sides of the island here, the counter, and see what color we get. See if they stain the same. Adding some trim to the bottom of these because the bottoms are like, this thing obviously sat like somewhere wet and got kind of destroyed on the bottom, so I'm going to add a trim that I will stain to match. Okay, let's see how this goes. That looks like it will work. Hey!
Hey,
What do you think of the drawers and stuff?
they look good.
They don't match the sides, so I'm gonna have to, but I like the color on the sides. I like how dark it is. So I'm gonna have to think about that. Let's see if I
Is
do.
it okay if I'm creating sawdust here?
Yeah, let me just finish up and then I'll get out of your way.
Thanks.
Okay, so I really like the way that this looked. So I went back and put a second coat on this, and I left it on there for 5 minutes. My timer was just about up. I'm gonna wipe it off and see how that looks. I think you're supposed to wait longer in between coats. Really want to get it darker. As it's drying, I actually think those match enough. I don't think I need to do anything to change those. I just need to get more stain to do the back side over here. And then we're gonna get a dark wood butcher block island piece and use that as the top. And then I will still have to do the trim on the bottom, and I think I wanna do some sort of, maybe some legs for the butcher block. I haven't decided yet, I'll have to look at it, or brackets. But then people can sit on it like an island. And that was part of why I wanted to sand it, is because bare feet on like raw old wood, like it's just Splinter City. So I wanted to keep some of the patina, and thankfully, like, you know, there's still the dark around the nails there, and there's still scratches, and I think it's pretty cool. I'm liking it more and more as I look at it. Looks even better with the poles on. These are just cheap poles that it came with. Maybe someday I'll get some really amazing poles, but these totally work. So in order to attach the board and batten, Mike has devised a whole system.
Well, yeah, we figured out that we have like 2 different, or it's almost 3 different levels of like surfaces. So I have to kind of account for that, and it took me a little bit to figure it out.
I changed my clothes because we went and got some tacos because it's date night and tomorrow's our anniversary. So, but I was realizing something about the island. All along, I have planned on doing a butcher block countertop on it. so that it looks like a piece of furniture, and that was the original top. But now I'm realizing matching the butcher block is going to be really difficult, especially because I don't want to stain the butcher block, because like then you feel uncomfortable like rolling out bread and stuff on it. At least I do. But I don't really have a ton of money to just go and get like a stone countertop. Then I thought about IKEA, and they have like island countertops that like look like marble, but they're laminate for like $130, which I am so stoked about right now, because then someday when I have a couple $1,000 or however much it would be, I can get a real marble countertop or something on here. But that is awesome. We're just gonna go get one of those in the next few days, put it on top, good to go. Well, I am driving the truck because Mike was cutting some wood to do our tongue and groove, and then he cut his thumb.
Yeah.
So now we're headed to the urgent care. He hasn't looked at it yet. He just knows it's bleeding,
And it hit it. It was a table saw. It didn't. Nothing is hanging off. You know, it's not like I. Anyways, I can't really talk about it. It makes me feel queasy.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. So we're gonna go over there. This is the first injury of the renovation.
Well, the first major injury.
Yeah. So we'll see. I just told Mike that he can't get stitches.
Stitches, just band-aids.
It's too torn up. Just has to heal.
Should we show it? Mm-mm. Ooh, look at that.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yep. Be more careful on that saw.
You haven't really looked at it.
No, I haven't. I just looked at it. It's basically a kind of a chunk.
What's that called when you do that to the wood? Like a channel, right? You saw a channel in your thumb.
A little bit. It just because it just touched. It essentially
it's pretty
just
deep.
touched the saw.
It's deep.
But you know, it's a saw that's. It's deep, but they said they can't. It's impossible to pull it together because there's no skin to pull together. So I'm probably gonna have a pretty gnarly scar. So that's cool, right? So
I don't think people want to be laying tile with a thumb like that.
no, I don't. But what choice do I have?
The choice you have is to instruct your amazing wife in how to do it.
Yeah. Well, we'll get this bandaged up and we'll see how we do.
All right, after all that drama, you're probably wondering why we went right back to renovations. Well, because that's how Mike works. He went right back to renovations. And he said it actually wasn't too painful, and he was able to keep it bandaged while leaving a little trail of blood wherever he went. But he was certain that he was fine, so we moved on.
Well, it is 12:13 at night, or in the morning. And, well, I think you saw. We thought the time lapse was running this whole time, but I think we missed some of the beginning. But it looks pretty good.
I love it. I think it looks so good. I'm so happy with it.
You like it?
Yeah. And this paint, I'll tell you what, this is a new paint. It was at Lowe's. And that Joanna Gaines, man.
She knows what she's doing?
Nature, because it's amazing. It levels so well. Can you guys...
Joanna Gaines can make the best paint ever.
Leveling is when a paint will level out so you don't see your brush strokes. And like if you come over here and look...
This is not a paid ad, by the way.
No, that is like some dang smooth paint.
You're right. That is very smooth. Wow.
And it just... Yeah, I'm just really happy with it.
Yeah, it looks really good.
So, how's your thumb?
My thumb actually feels pretty good.
I mean, except for the boards you were getting blood on.
Yeah,
Getting blood
I was leaving a trail of blood, but it actually doesn't really hurt. I did take some ibuprofen.
18.
But my biggest problem is that I'm leaving a trail of blood behind me.
Well, at least this way we'll never lose you, Dad.
What's that?
This way we'll never lose you. We'll always know where you are. You just follow the trail of blood. That's what
Follow the
happens.
blood. That's me.
So, what we realized, because we're kind of just making this up as we go along, is that we will put trim in between and it'll kind of overlap with all of
The outer
the
trim.
outer. So, once we get there, we might find that there was probably a better way of doing this.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I love it. I think it looks super sharp. And if you're wondering what color this is, she has like custom colors, and this one is called Gatherings. 'Cause,
Gatherings?
when I see this, I think Gatherings.
I'm going to be gathering here.
It looks so good though, I love it.
All right, so I think we're done for the night though, right? We've done enough today.
All right, while Mike is still working tirelessly on the floor, I went to Lowe's 6 times today. That was very fun.
Yeah.
But I also went to IKEA with Pearl. I think earlier I said on the video that I had this brilliant idea to go and get one of their countertops that could last for a few months or a year. So Pearl and I went down there. It's like a half hour away. It felt like everybody in Charlotte was there. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I was there, so probably for the same reason I was there. But anyways, I went and looked, and none of their countertops worked for me. The ones that were like big enough to be an island. The only ones I liked were the ones that would have been like $1,500. But they were just too busy, didn't really work with our colors, or just looked too like synthetic. So what I decided to do is to do something really temporary. For $50, you could just get a white laminate countertop, and it was like the exact size of the store counter. So it's not big enough to like have stools at it, but it's big enough to be a countertop island. And that is in like a week when we leave for Andrew's senior trip and when the kids are here, it will be the only counters in the kitchen. So we needed something, and it's nice and impervious to water and all of that stuff, and it was $50. So I got it, but I have to do some things before I can put it on. You can see my shadow, but here it is. It's just a piece of white laminate, but this had its own top on it, and you can see these come up higher. So I need to take the jigsaw and cut that down so it's level and flat, and then put this on top and see. I'm not going to attach it yet because, you know, it's easier to move without it on there, but I'm just going to see what it looks like. Okay. Let's see if this is going to work. So that worked. I'm pretty sure this back was added later. That I'm gonna imagine this was some store cabinetry. Maybe from an apothecary. They called it an apothecary, but I just think like a store cabinet of some sort. And maybe it was against the wall. And so this back was added. It's a different type of wood. Or there were many cabinets in a row and then they all had one matching back. You know, and this is the counter in between you and the customers. So anyways, Just wanted to say, I don't think it's original to the piece, in case anybody's feeling broke up about it. I doubt you are, but you know, people get sensitive. So now I can throw that laminate countertop on. It looks very medical now. And it has like a little tiny lip over there. I could cut that, but no reason to. So for 50 bucks, that gives us a temporary top to our island, to our antique island, while we figure out what the real one will be. If I had $1 million, I might do a soapstone top and build it out, you know, another 13, 14 inches, have a framing there, some legs, and a big black soapstone top. I think that would look pretty sharp, but, or some sort of stone top. We'll see how, because like I hesitate to do a big black top right in the middle of the kitchen because it seems like I already have dark floors and it might look bad. So this will give me the chance to really look at the kitchen and see it like in operation for a few months and decide what I think would work best. Last tile of the night. My, oh my. Mike, if you're feeling intimidated by Mike right now, so am I. I don't know how he just keeps going and going. I'm exhausted from the stuff I did today, and he did this. Also, this kitchen looks way bigger now. It's got this tile in here. It's like, whoa, that's a lot of tile.
Yeah.
It looks really good, though, and you're so precise and hardworking.
I
And
wouldn't say that.
I would. I said it.
Okay. Good thing you said it, because I wouldn't. But we got 2 more rows plus 2 like half tiles.
But you can't really do them until you can be on this tile.
Well, yeah. It's very late, but also it'd be helpful if I can actually be on these ones to put these down, because it's really get tight against the wall.
Do you want me to clean out the bucket?
I'll do that. I'll get it cleaned out.
How's your body feeling?
Oh, well, my joints down here hurt. Knees, ankles, toes, hips. That's all right.
Head, shoulders,
I'll feel better tomorrow.
knees, and toes. Okay, while Mike is working on the floor over there, we are moving the kids into their bedrooms. Their doors aren't on yet. Their lights aren't working. Their trim isn't in. But you know what? That's still better than sleeping in an RV. So we're just talking about where everybody's bed placement's going to be. This one's pretty simple. The girls is just fun because it's a huge room. I mean, we put a rug down already. I don't think this is the rug that will stay, but I do love this rug. But I mean, they have a million choices. This is the smallest bedroom because Andrew's leaving in a few months, so it made sense to give Peter the smallest bedroom because he'll use it by himself most of the time. But the discussion is bunk bed or not. And I think that Peter doesn't want a bunk bed, which I don't blame him. And because you can't just like sit on your bed. So we'll see. We'll get it figured out. But the truck is now here if you guys want to start getting your actual bed frames and setting them up. Okay, got some mattresses.
I saw that one.
You got yourself a bed. Okay, meanwhile, it's dark in the house. Got a lamp in here. It's feeling very cozy. I don't know if I mentioned, some people were wondering why I didn't do the hallway, because I want to do the hallway at the same time as these when the floors extend out. But got yourself a bedroom here. The door is over there. But that's cozy. This one's light doesn't work.
Doesn't?
No. The outlets are not working in this room.
I just want to like put this extra tool.
You can do an extension cord, and then the girls actually have a ceiling light that's working. So lucky them, and a huge bedroom.
Love yourself a light.
What you doing?
I'm watching a video on how to do an interior pre-hung door. That's what I do.
Even though it's a total mess in here still, like total mess, it makes me feel so happy that there's a lamp, and Mike is putting in a door, and there's children in bedrooms. Also, I'm very happy with the floors. That's just a shadow, don't worry. They look so good. The girls' room is easiest to see. I love the color. I was so nervous. I'm nervous about all of this because I'm making all the decisions. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, I don't know if it was the right decision. But I'm very happy, very happy. I never showed this on a video, but I put up one section of wallpaper. I'm gonna wallpaper this whole hallway. And then I think what I'll do is paint the trim and the doors a fun color. Either I'll do it the green that I'm doing other places, or I'll choose another color out of here, like maybe this like periwinkle color in here, lavender. Maybe this like pink color or the red color, like poppy.
You gonna paint this door?
Yeah, I'm gonna paint all the doors. I just think it'd be so fun.
You should paint them the colors of the room.
No, I don't want it to be like a fun house hallway. I want it all to be like this is a space where they all match. On the inside of the door, we can paint the doors a different color, but
Can you make all mirrors in there and just like different types of mirrors? So, like
in the bathroom,
that hallway.
yeah,
You know, like you look big.
a hall of mirrors.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom. When do you think we can get a toilet in the bathroom?
Maybe tomorrow. No, well, Dad. Yes, maybe tomorrow. Dad's got to grout the kitchen, and then he can install a toilet. How amazing would that be to have a toilet?
Great.
Yeah. The RV really was like a reset for us all, because now we just think it's so amazing to have a room. I wish I had a room to sleep in, but our room has no floors. It just has subfloor, but it has a light. This is my room.
Woo.
It's the next day, and I'm so happy with it. It looks like real stone. It has all of these cool markings in it that look super real. Also though, it hides dirt really well because like somebody's already come in with red dirt, but it doesn't look too bad. So now what's left to do, well, a ton of stuff, but before we leave on our trip in a few days, I don't know if it'll happen. I would like to get this backsplash up behind where the ranges are going. I think I probably will try to do that. This is the tile we're using. It's kind of like an irregular zalige, how do you say that? Tile, you know, with slightly irregular edges. So that it looks kind of a little bit more natural maybe. This is probably the color I will be doing the cabinets down here with a butcher block countertop. Anyways, back to what I'd like to get done. I'd like to have the sink in place, the fridge here, and then I need somewhere to put, you know, we have this acting like a little pantry. We could put this back in there, except it can't hold a microwave, and I really think the kids need a microwave while we're gone. I have a microwave that I got at the thrift store, amazing deal, looks brand new, but I need something to put it on or in. We'll just have to see, but I'm super happy with how this turned out. Mike did an amazing job. He is currently trying to get lights figured out, and so that they have lights while we're gone. That's kind of a big deal. He'll need to put doors on, and he'd like to put it in this vanity.
Yeah, we'll see.
Before we go, and a toilet, and we need to tile this. So now that I say that out loud, probably not going to tile the backsplash in the kitchen, because if I'm tiling anything, I need to tile this. We just want them to be able to have a working bathroom and not have to go out to the RV, and a working kitchen and not have to go out to the RV. I'd like to, honestly, before we go or when we leave, I want the RV to be back in its storage position in the yard so that when we come back, we don't need to use it anymore. The only hang up with that is that we don't have our floors in, but it's so busy. I keep wondering how I would feel if I wasn't leaving on a trip in a matter of days. Because also I need to pack for that trip. We all need to pack for that trip, but all that is in storage. So we're gonna have to go over there and find our luggage and bring out our clothes and dig through the that doesn't make me happy, but we will have an amazing time in England with Andrew. So it will all be okay. It would feel very different if we weren't leaving in a few days. We would just be like,
wow, look at all our progress. This is great.
instead of like,
It's not enough!
but we're getting there and we have made a lot of progress, and I can't wait till I can feel that, you know, and I can actually like process that. But thanks for all your tips and advice. Thanks for supporting us. It really makes a difference. We love you. Hope you're having a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.